Okay, so basically what I was saying is that Flower of Life isn't complete. The reason we draw it is because it hints at the overall greater structure. So if we find right here, so here, we have basically a Flower of Life that's incomplete. This right here, the yin yang one. So you see right here and right there you've incomplete circles. So basically, if you finish all the circles, if I can, whatever, if you finish all the circles in the shape, you get this. So this right here is all the circles finished. Now, if you complete all the circles, then basically, trying to explain it, it hints at this shape right here. So,
which is what?
The Fruit of Life. This is the Fruit of Life. So, the Fruit of Life is the hidden message that is in the Flower of Life that they didn't show in ancient cultures. If you did, you would have been killed or something because it was so secret. So I'm giving them a little, So anyway, if you connect the center to all the other centers, you get this right here, which is the Metatron's cube. So Metatron's cube, I think it's complete. I was just kind of trying to find the properties of it on this notepad. But anyway, Metatron's cube is a series of lines from all the connections, and inside this you see a cube. You see a tetrahedron right here. So here I have some of the shapes. You see a cube, you see a tetrahedron, a star tetrahedron is another, you can get into it. This is basically all these shapes are the same in that they can fit inside of a sphere and they have the same kind of size. So cube, all the sides are a square. On a tetrahedron, all the sides are an equilateral triangle. And so on. So basically, all of those, the form of them, if you look at all of those, they're called platonic solids.
Wait, and where would that be in here?
The platonic solids are those kind of things. What they form, I don't have a picture of it, but I can draw it, is they show mitosis. So basically, here you have cell. Here you have cell division. Something like that, right? And then cell division, the next time it happens, is like this. And that is the second way that cells. So basically, the creation of this shape is how cell division works.
And what is mitosis?
Mitosis is when a cell is splitting and stem cells essentially growing into a human. The basic steps. But anyway, these cubes, so a cube represents the step where it's like four. Basically, it's a cube, and that's how all the stuff works.
That's a cube. That's
so. If those were three-dimensional, those would be the cells. Yeah. Okay. So basically, imagine circles inside of a cube. Right. That's what you have. See, it works like that. So the circles, cube, the same thing as a triangle. The equilateral triangle is another step of that cell.
And you told me that you didn't like math in school.
Yeah, I didn't like math in school because they give you a formula that's already been solved probably 1 billion times by me and 1 billion other Chinese kids and American kids and everywhere else, and it's nothing. I'm not learning anything new. And here's what they do: they say, "Do it," and I'm not going to tell you why. And whenever kids go, "I don't want to do math because I don't know how does it work for me?" They go, "Oh, brother, you want to get a job?" And it's all about getting a job. What if math is just about exploring the universe and art and pictures, because everything really is pictures. Everything is just a bunch of shapes, what is this frame? It's just a shape, and inside of it is other shapes that connect them. Shapes that do different things or shape different ways. Now we're getting into the core of my philosophy, which is basically everything is shapes. But that's not just mine. I've heard it said before also by other people, but it's because it's a simple thing, hinges, mechanics, everything is shapes. Even biology and chemistry, it gets down to the shape of molecules and the shape and the forces and the way that they click together like puzzle pieces.
I was just gonna say connection.
And
it's
then
about connection, which is what
macro scale, which is planets, and then then everything as
Connection
above,
and building
so below.
energy.
Yeah, as
And-
above, so below, basically. As the clouds above, so the cauliflower below.
And so the tree, this wonderful tree here today.
The tree is everything. I mean, think about
Really
this. Think about
amazing.
this tree could represent data. If you imagine, right, a point of data, it splits off into a bunch of other things, you know? What if it was the metro system, right? The metro system is essentially a tree centered around the most popular areas that people want to go to. So the metro is, or maybe it's more like mycelium, because it doesn't necessarily have a root, it just kind of connects. Basically, you have the core string network, and then everything, people get off at this stop, so that's a main branch, and then after they get off at, you know, say, Brookland or a Metro Center, then they go to all their little destinations. Then they get to their destination, the building. Then they go to all of the different little rooms in the building. And then once you're in the room, you go to all the different parts of the room. You know, everything. A metro, you can scale down from the metro to people's paths from the metro station. And the activity of human beings creates a tree or a network.
And that's even how our lungs work and our brain
and our
works.
lungs and our brains, conversations. You know, our conversation started from one
We made
point.
quite a tree, didn't we?
We did. Everything. I mean, I made a forest today. Here. We made, you know, we started at one point, and which was art. You know, Ken was like, "Oh, come check out her art. Mesmerizes me. Yours does too." Boom. That was basically Ken talking about our art. It was the stump, and then from there we went into, oh, you do this. We throw out little branches, and then notice that we have the same branch in common. So we, you know, we take all our knowledge and then intersect it, and that's when the magic happens. We intersect the branches.
So this
like
was part two.
This is part two. It was basically an unorganized rant, maybe a little bit organized.
No, this is perfect. This is the good stuff.
Something.
And part three will be what you do with the tree.
Yeah, part
All
two,
right,
what I do
so-
with the tree, absolutely.
All right, next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's so fun.
Tell me your name again.
Cameron Villanueva. I have an Instagram called CamVeeArt, CamVeeArt, and that's where I basically show all this stuff.
All right.